The United States just delivered the greatest win in its World Cup history. 4 goals, a dominant performance, a packed house at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles going absolutely crazy. By every measure, the United States' 4-1 victory over Paraguay on June 12, 2026 was the perfect opening statement for a host nation with everything to prove. And then halftime arrived, and Christian Pulisic didn't come back out. In that single moment, Christian Pulisic walking slowly toward the tunnel at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, not returning for the second half of his country's biggest game in years, the mood inside the stadium shifted. Because every American football fan watching knows exactly what Christian Pulisic's injury history means. They have been here before, too many times. This is the story of the one problem the United States cannot afford at this World Cup. And as of today, June 16, 2026, that problem just got worse. Christian Pulisic is 27 years old and plays as a winger, an attacking midfielder for AC Milan in Serie A. He is the most technically gifted American footballer of his generation. Possibly of any generation. Christian Pulisic is the all-time leading scorer in United States men's national team history, and his name is the first one mentioned in any serious conversation about how far this American team can go at the 2026 World Cup on home soil. He is also one of the most injury-prone players in international football. The injury record Christian Pulisic carries into the 2026 World Cup is not a short one. Ankle injuries at Chelsea that cost him weeks of football. Hamstring injuries playing for the United States that derailed major international windows. A groin problem that kept him sidelined for months. And at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, Christian Pulisic crashed directly into Iran's goalkeeper while scoring the goal that put the United States through to the knockout stage. An impact so severe that he could not walk afterward. Yet somehow returned to play 4 days later in the round of 16. Knock after knock after knock, across club and country. In a career that has forced the word precaution into almost every major tournament preview written about the American team for the last 6 years. The injury Christian Pulisic is managing right now against the Australia clash did not begin on match day. Mauricio Pochettino, the United States head coach, confirmed after the Paraguay match at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on June 12 that Christian Pulisic had already taken a blow to his left calf in training earlier that week, before the tournament had even kicked off. The issue was considered manageable. Pochettino named Pulisic in the starting lineup, and for the first 45 minutes against Paraguay, Christian Pulisic was the best player on the pitch. Christian Pulisic was extraordinary in that first half at SoFi Stadium. Pulling strings, creating chances, dictating the pace of a team that looked completely in control. The United States went into halftime leading 3-0. The home crowd was electric. Everything was going perfectly. And then Mauricio Pochettino confirmed what the cameras had already started to show. Christian Pulisic could not walk. The left calf had been struck again during the match. He would not be returning for the second half. After the final whistle of the 4-1 victory, Christian Pulisic spoke to reporters outside SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles and tried to keep the mood calm. "I just got a bit of a kick in the first half," Pulisic said. "I'm really hoping it's nothing. Taking a little bit of precaution, but I'm hoping I'll be fine in the next few days." He pointed to his left calf as the problem area. He said he had experienced similar things before. He said he was staying positive. Mauricio Pochettino said the same. Everyone said the same. But on Monday, June 16th, when the United States men's national team returned to training at Great Park in Irvine, California, Christian Pulisic was not on the pitch with his teammates. While the rest of the United States squad trained on the field at Great Park in Irvine, going through standard exercises and ball work, Christian Pulisic was in a tented gym adjacent to the training area, working alone on a full-body workout bike. The U.S. Soccer Federation confirmed he was conducting a modified training session, gym work and individual field work, completely separate from the group session. When Mauricio Pochettino was asked about Christian Pulisic's condition in a brief exchange with reporters on the training ground in Irvine, the coach offered one word: good. That single word is the entirety of the official update the United States men's national team has provided about its most important player. 4 days before a match against Australia in Seattle on June 20th that could secure their place in the knockout rounds of the World Cup. The reason this matters so much goes far beyond one player's calf. The reason this matters is what Christian Pulisic means to everything the United States is trying to do at this tournament. Mauricio Pochettino has built the American attacking system around Pulisic as its creative engine. Every dangerous move the United States produced in the first half against Paraguay at SoFi Stadium flowed through Christian Pulisic. His movement, his pressing, his ability to play between the lines and unlock space for the players around him. Those are not qualities that can be replaced by putting a different name on the team sheet. The United States has good players. It does not have another Christian Pulisic. The stakes on June 20th at Lumen Field in Seattle go beyond 3 points. The United States faces Australia, a team that is also unbeaten after the opening round, built on physical intensity and organized defensive pressure. That is exactly the kind of opponent that makes Christian Pulisic's creativity and ability to unlock tight spaces most essential. And beyond Australia, the knockout bracket gets harder. The United States does not have the luxury of coasting through any of it without their captain. This has happened before. That is the part nobody in the American camp wants to say out loud, but every American fan is already thinking. At the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, Christian Pulisic scored the goal against Iran that put the United States into the knockout stage. He ran directly into Iran's goalkeeper and could not walk afterward. The U.S. Soccer Federation said he was day-to-day. Christian Pulisic posted on social media, "I'll be ready Saturday, don't worry." He played against the Netherlands 4 days later despite the severity of what he had suffered, because there was no version of the United States World Cup run that worked without him on the pitch. In 2026, on home soil, with the entire country watching, the stakes are higher than they were in Qatar. And the calf injury Christian Pulisic is managing is not a straightforward single-incident knock. Mauricio Pochettino confirmed it had already flared in training before the Paraguay match, which means this is a problem that was already present, was managed through the opening game, and is now being managed again under significantly more pressure and significantly less time. Tyler Adams, the United States midfielder and captain, addressed the situation directly when reporters gathered at Great Park in Irvine on Monday. "Everyone, let's relax," Tyler Adams said. But the image of Christian Pulisic working alone on a stationary bike inside a tent while his teammates trained on the pitch 10 meters away is not an image that relaxes anyone. It is the image of a team's most important player being separated from the group, and a coaching staff trying to manage a situation that may be more serious than the single word "good" is designed to suggest. The United States men's national team has 4 days to get Christian Pulisic ready for the most important football match this country has staged in 32 years. Whether Pulisic walks out onto the pitch at Lumen Field in Seattle on June 20th at full fitness, or whether the United States faces Australia without its captain, its creator, and its most dangerous attacking player, is the question that will define whether this World Cup becomes the tournament America dreamed of, or the one it spends years wondering what might have been. Mauricio Pochettino says Christian Pulisic is good. Christian Pulisic says he is staying positive. And somewhere in a gym adjacent to the training pitch at Great Park in Irvine, California, Christian Pulisic is pedaling alone and hoping that this time, unlike so many times before, the injury is nothing. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Pulisic will be fit for Australia? And can the United States go deep at this World Cup without him? I want to hear both sides.